Hi everyone, RFG here with the latest update for Depersonalization. My last video mostly went over the plans that the developers MeowNature had planned after the official release regarding co or crowd creation and custom modules. But this new update actually has begun implementing these directly into the game, along with the full translation of the Cursenday's Black Carnival module. For those who aren't aware, Depersonalization is separated into mostly self-contained story modules, where you use a created investigator/character to navigate through these campaigns. If you do want more details about the overall game, please check my review and the Steam story page, links are in the video description. As for these story modules, Cursenday's Black Carnival was the largest, but also reliant on a machine translation, and while it was still very much completable, it wasn't exactly the cleanest story module to go through in the game. The biggest issue with the machine translation were that many names of locations and characters were often translated inconsistently to the point that even the town name of Cursenday would be mixed up due to the machine interpretation. Fortunately, with this update, that no longer seems to be a problem, but this doesn't mean the translation is perfect. There are still small errors that I've been able to find by going through brief sections of the Cursenday module, but these aren't nearly as pronounced as the machine translation. Some dialogue may still feel a bit too stiff, and some text may seem a bit extravagant, but a lot of what I've seen from the new Cursenday translation flows much better or is less distracting. They also seem to have changed some things in the character menus. The shoot statistic is now referred to as fire, and the observation stat is now watch. And even though I noticed that prior to this update, the inventory menu looked like it had some small adjustments prior to this update, like showing the stat gains on certain equipment. More importantly, the module menu has now been overhauled, mostly for the inclusion of the crowd/community created modules. There are now 3 separate tabs in the module selection screen. Official modules basically form the main narrative of Depersonalization. These were included in the game's official release and are directly supported by the developers, and issues can be notified through the in-game bug report option. Featured modules are highly rated community created modules supported by the official team. They sound like they'll get priority when it comes to translations, but most issues should be notified to its creator in the workshop. Mod modules can be found and subscribed through the workshop. Like featured modules, if you come across issues, you should contact the creator through the workshop. Something else I've noticed is that the feature tab will show modules whether you subscribe to them or not, but the mod tab will only show modules that you have subscribed to. Selecting the subscribe button on a module you aren't already subscribed to in the feature tab will take you to the Steam Workshop page to download the module. The module selection screen has also been cleaned up a bit in general. Instead of the linear selection menu previously used, each module now can be selected individually for further details. Similar to before this patch, the now individualized pages still display the module description, the option to view achieved endings if applicable, the option to embark, and the module's filter tags. The filter function may not look like it works across tabs, but it actually does. It is important to note that while most of the crowd-created modules included so far aren't translated, there are a few that are. I haven't fully gone through these translated modules yet, but I am looking forward to go through them. The few that I've tested so far, whether they are or aren't translated, seem to be pretty fleshed out. They all seem to have a decent amount of art assets not repurposed from the official modules. And new unlockable partners have already been added to the arcade machine in the Chrono Temple for the modules I've subscribed to, and I've also seen new mythical items in at least one of the modules available in the workshop. While I'm mostly looking forward to the new community modules, there are also crowd-created interlude stories being worked on. The interlude menu also had a slight official update similar to the inventory menu I mentioned earlier. It all looks very promising, and hopefully more of these community-created additions can get full translation soon. But that's it for me. Let me know what you think below. Thanks. Bye.